Okay, fucker. Okay, fuckstick. I promised you a fucking Thanksgiving special that I was going to talk about Thanksgiving because of the holidays. So that was going to be the whole thing. Was going to talk about some Thanksgiving, maybe shed some light and some ideas on that, and maybe be a little funny, little humor to the holiday season. And what do you fuckers go and do? You blow up Paris. That was fucking genius. Now I fucking can't do what I was going to do because you stupid asses go and blow up something. Some jackasses decide to go blow up fucking Paris. Whoa. And then I had no problems. I was like, yeah, they blew up Paris. That fucking sucks. Good thing I don't live in Paris. And then guess what happens? Guess what the fuck happens? You dumb ass, jackass motherfuckers start doing shit, and then you fucking open your mouth, and the shit that you do, you're called a hypocrite. I'm going to go ahead and call you a hypocrite. It's going to be, and get prepared to be painted as this fucking hypocrite that you are. I'm going to show you why. If you have ever been to France, or take into consideration you might want to Google the fucking place and find it on a fucking map, look at what France does. In France, you do not have to press 2 to get a different language. Because if you don't speak French, you're fucked. That's the only language they speak. That's the only language that is allowed. They don't try to appease other people that come to the country. Just French. That's it. The menus are written in French. The fucking applications are wrote in French. They don't have classes. They do not give classes to learn how to speak French in France. If you go to France, you better learn the fucking language pretty fucking quick, or you're not going to get very far. So they don't have these social networks that sit down and pay for you to take this class so you can learn to speak the language, and they don't get you a job, and then they don't send you to school and give you all the good social shit that comes from socialism and social justice because you're not a Frenchman. That's it. French. You come over there, you're French. You wave their flag, you don't get to fly anybody else's flag, their flag. That's it. That's how that works. French. French everything, French all day, French connoisseurs, French food, French wine, everything. Yep, all there. All there in French. So, does that piss me off? No, it does not. It's their country. What pisses me off is they call it patriotism, that they're very patriotic. When they do it, it's patriotic. When a certain amount of Americans do it, they're called racist, bigot, hypocrites. We're doing the exact same thing that you're fucking sitting here going, oh God, let me take my fucking French filter and put it on my fucking picture. I don't care if you do that. I really don't. You want to fucking put a little French flag on your fucking picture on Facebook? Knock yourself out. You do that. Go fucking do that. That's fucking great. But when a son of a bitch sits here, piss, whining, and moaning about somebody who doesn't agree with his little filter on his fucking page, and they said, look, you're a fucking hypocrite because just last week you were talking about how dirty American people could be. Why should we care about our veterans? Because you sit here and run your fucking mouth about all the shit that's wrong with your country, and you'll put a fucking little flag on it, and somebody goes, hey, you're a fucking hypocrite for supporting that country who doesn't believe in all that social shit that you fucking spew out of your mouth. They don't fall for that shit in their country, but yet you want me to do it here. You'll support them for being patriotic, but you'll call me a racist bigot and an asshole for supporting mine. That's why you're a hypocrite. You see, there's a bunch of people who did go and fight for our country. They went and put forth their efforts. Just because you went to college, just because you went and studied art and literature in college, doesn't give you the right to badmouth and belittle people who fought for this country. So while you was at college getting that wonderful degree that you got in social society in your art major, doesn't make you a fucking perfect human being or smarter than the man that fought and died for this country, and it doesn't give you the right to call him a piece of shit because he's very patriotic about it. You think he's upset because you put a French flag on your fucking little picture. He's not upset about that. What he's upset is the hypocrisy that comes out of your fucking mouth. That's what he's upset about. Because the same fucking country that you're supporting has the same values as he does. And just because he's like, hey, it's fucking in your country. Good thing I wasn't there. You know, here's something that maybe didn't cross your fucking mind. There were 2 fucking Americans that stopped those terrorists on a train in France. I didn't see a one of you putting their fucking American flag filters on your fucking pictures, supporting those guys. So maybe it's come down to this. Maybe you don't understand the situation at hand. I guess that fucking little diploma you have didn't help you out understand one thing. Poor, white, working class men and women are tired of going and dying for your social ass to tell them how much of a piece of shit they are for being patriotic. They're kind of tired of dying for you, just so you can turn around and tell them how much of a fucking racist and bigot they are while you went to college and got your little diploma in your arts and sciences, and telling them how they don't think beyond anything. They got tired of dying for that. They've put it on you now. You go die for it. You march your happy ass in any country you want and see how much they appreciate you. I mean, you do have an art degree. God knows that you've been worldly renowned of this art degree that you got while in America, safe and sound in a little college of your own. You didn't go out in the world. You didn't go across seas. You didn't get people shot at you. You didn't get shit blown up beside you. Your friend didn't fucking die. So maybe you should think twice before you go opening your mouth to a bunch of people who went across overseas, came back home, and are very patriotic about their country, how much of a racist they are. That's what they're tired of. They're tired of hearing how racist they are because they give a shit about their own fucking place they live. They don't care about other places that they live because those places don't affect them right now. And they're tired of dying for you. So why can't you just accept that? Why can't you accept that you're a bigot? That you're a self-righteous, self-centered, egotistical bigot. Why can't you accept that? You expect him to accept the fact that he's a racist piece of shit. You got a problem. You got a real problem. You believe that Paris cares about America. It doesn't. It cares about Paris. French people care about French people. You need to get it through your head that the man who died for you in America cared about America. He didn't care about France. He didn't go and die for France. He went and died for you while you were safe here. And for you to call him an asshole or a bigot or a piece of shit or a self-righteous or an egotistical asshole who doesn't understand, has no sympathy for other countries. He's got plenty of sympathy for that country. He knows there's people in that country who did not vote for certain things, who do not think the way the French people think or the way the government wants them to think. He understands that, and he is very sympathetic to their plight. But what he is not going to accept is you fucking piece of shit, who tries to tell him in his own country, where he has as much pride as he can in his own fucking pride in his own fucking country, that you're going to tell him he's a racist prick for having pride in his country and saying, no, I shouldn't have to press 2 to listen to fucking Spanish. It should be all American, English, all the fucking way across. This is how we speak. That's it. I shouldn't have it on my fucking phone books. I shouldn't have an application for 2 different people. This is my country. I went and fought for it, and everybody here should have to confide to be an American. You waved that flag and they called you a dumbass and well, he's simple-minded. Well, here's something. I didn't see a bunch of you motherfuckers putting shit. When the rebel flag went down, when that Southern rebel flag went down, you didn't fucking go put your little rebel flags on your fucking thing. No, you didn't do that, did you? You didn't want to be called a racist and a bigot. Well, guess what? Those motherfuckers died too. They were Americans. You have so much shit that you think you are embellished because you think you're worldly and you're world-renowned stupidity, because you think you're so fucking smart when you're literally a dumbass? Just a hypocritical dumbass. It seemed to do good at the time. Even the man said, I did it because I thought it was trendy. I thought it was trendy. Well, since you're so fucking happy to be so fucking trendy, why don't you shut up? He tells this man to go sit down on his soapbox and shut the fuck up. I think that guy felt the same way when you were being trendy, when you didn't know what the fuck you were talking about. He said, you know what? Why don't you go be trendy somewhere else and shut up and sit down? Yeah, his soapbox is just as big as yours. The only problem is you don't realize how smart he actually is compared to your dumb ass. You don't like people pointing you out in the fucking crowd. Well, that's just your fucking problem. So, take a moment of silence. Feel sorry for the people in Paris. But remember, the people in Paris are their people, their own people. They make their own decisions. They don't want guns in their fucking country, so be it. And guess what? They deal with the repercussions of that. They want people in their country not to be able to speak anything but French, but so be it. And they deal with the repercussions of that. I'm not going to sit here and defend a country that I don't live in, that I don't have to deal with, that their laws do not apply to me, and that any decision that they make doesn't do anything to me. That's what the man's trying to say. And when you turn around and call him a racist bigot for believing in America, that he's an idiot, well, you're just a dumbass. All right, so there you go. There's Paris in a fucking nutshell. Look it up. As far as Thanksgiving is concerned, I'm very confused. They say it's a day of thanks. Now, I will accept that. Thanksgiving, it seems to be in the title. But what my problem is who are you thanking? If you're thanking God, what does turkey have to do with it? Even on this Last Supper, I don't think they ate turkey. So what does a turkey have to do with Thanksgiving? It's not about God. It's about the Pilgrims. Okay, well, so it's about the Pilgrims and the Indians. So why is it racist? Why is having the Native Americans have a day of Thanksgiving? Why is that racist? Why are you bringing up some racist shit? They're trying to give thanks. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's what are you thanking for? Just giving thanks to who? Winn-Dixie? Milo? Kroger? Walmart? What are we giving thanks to is what I need to know. Not just Thanksgiving, thanks for family. Okay, once again, what does that have to do with turkey, and why do you have to buy the turkey? Why is it if you don't have turkey, well, you just didn't celebrate Thanksgiving? I see a lot of people get upset about that, but I'm kind of curious. I mean, is it a day of the Lord? And if it is, if you're a Christian and it's a day of the Lord, then wouldn't any food do? I'm just weirded out by it because it just don't make no fucking sense. You have a day dedicated to giving thanks, but you don't really tell me what you're giving thanks to. And everybody who gets involved in giving thanks, everybody thinks it's kind of shitty to give thanks in that way. You shouldn't give thanks to the Pilgrims because they killed Indians. You shouldn't give a thanks to God because atheists don't believe he exists. You give thanks to your family, but family could be anybody. They're not just blood kin. Do you know what Thanksgiving's about? Because I've watched all of you, and I've come to the conclusion I realize what Thanksgiving is about. And I think you guys should totally do it. It's called product placement. You seem to worship Wendy's, McDonald's, Kroger's, Bi-Lo's, the places you go shop, because they increase the money that you have to spend at the grocery stores and at these places when it comes time for Thanksgiving. And you seem to go spend a lot of your fucking money there. So, the Pilgrims are dead. Indians, they're not dead, but they might as well be. You try to clean them up. But nobody goes out of their way to do anything other than just go buy food, and very expensive food, particularly certain kinds of food, so they can say that they've given thanks. So your table should look like Ricky Bobby's table in the movie what the hell ever the name of that damn movie, Talladega Nights. That's what your damn dinner table should look like, a bunch of product placement. You spend way too much fucking money on trying to prove that you care. That's how I know you don't. I also know you don't give a fuck about Paris, France, because you spend too much damn time trying to prove you do. When you have to spend that kind of time and that kind of effort to prove to everyone that you give a shit, it goes to tell me one thing. Who are you trying to prove it to? Me or you? So you put your little thingies on your little fucking Facebook page, your little bitty fucking film, your little bitty backdraft of the fucking French flag, and prove to everybody that you give a shit because your heart's big. The same way you go fill your fucking table full of fucking produce that you spent way too damn much money on so you could prove to everybody that you give a shit and you're a good person. You love Thanksgiving. When in all honesty, you just went out of your way to prove it. But you're only convincing either me or you or the fuckers around you because it was trendy. You did it because it was trendy. Kind of like Thanksgiving. You do it because it's trendy. But you have no fucking concept or clue why you did it, do you? You're just like that dumbass who put something on his fucking Facebook page. He didn't know why he did it. Everybody else is doing it. It was trendy. But you never really think about it, do you? You don't really think about any of that shit. You don't think about why you fucking put filters on your Facebook page the same way you don't think about fucking Thanksgiving, the same way you don't give a fucking rat's ass about Paris, France, and the same reason you don't give a shit what happens to an American soldier when he goes and dies so you can feel trendy. So stick that in your fucking wallet and smoke it, you little prick.